Okay, Piyush, good afternoon. Just brief about yourself.
My name is Piyush Gupta. I am from Ghaziabad. I have recently qualified my cost and management accountancy. In that, I have secured all India rank at all the three levels. Uh, Talking about my interest, I am interested in playing chess, football, and badminton.
Okay, about your family articleship and all.
Sir, my father is in service and my mother is a homemaker. I did my articleship from Maharashtra Seamless Limited, which is a listed company which is engaged in manufacturing of seamless pipes. I assisted in During my articleship, I assisted in statutory audit, internal audit, and API audits, as well as I also get exposure in GSTR return filing, e-invoicing, e-way bill generation, and in stores department, I was assisting in material receipt and issue. That's about my articleship, sir.
Okay. So you worked with the store department as well. So Piyush, what is a perpetual inventory system and periodic inventory system?
So perpetual inventory system is basically recording all the stock in and stock out on a real time basis. It runs electronically. And periodic inventory system is physical stock taking basically.
Okay. So in perpetual, we did not take physical inventory.
So in perpetual there is a minimum time gap, like in 10 days or 15 days we used to check the stock, then
Okay.
electronically मतलब, we arrange the इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली, मतलब हम उसमें माइनस प्लस करते रहते हैं जो भी डेटा होता है, जो भी डिस्पैच का होता है और वो सब.
Okay. And you did e-way bill generation as well. So what is the process of generating e-way bill?
Sir, first we have to log in into eWaybill web portal. Then actually we used to use the Excel bulk generation utility. So we used to prepare JSON at there, and then we go to the generate bulk. Then we write, then we select the JSON file, browse the JSON file, then upload it.
What are the detail requires to be filled in JSON file?
So there is a pre-filled format. Actually, when we fill the invoice detail, the data automatically sync into the eWaybill portal as well as the GST utility.
Okay. So how many parts are there in an e-way bill?
So there are two parts, part A and part B. Part A is generally filled by us, and part B is filled by the transporter.
Okay. Can we edit part A?
Sir, your audio is not clear.
Can we edit part A of e-way bill?
Yes, sir. Until we fill the part B, we can edit the part A as well. Part A.
Okay. Suppose on the way a truck met with an accident, and in that situation, what we need to do, in how we will handle that?
So we can extend the validity of e-waybill. The transporter can update in part B that his truck met with an accident. मतलब हम वैलिडिटी उसकी बढ़ा सकते हैं वहां पे जाके, पोर्टल पे जाके.
Okay. So what is the validity of e-way bill?
Sir, it is 1 day for 200 kilometers or part thereof.
Okay. For all, it is 1 day.
No, sir. For over-dimensional cargo or multi-modal transportation, it is 20 kilometers per day.
Okay. Per day is written over there.
Per day or part thereof is written there.
Okay. How we calculate the day in that case?
So we will start from, suppose I generated e-waybill at 2 p.m. now. So it will be calculated at from midnight 20 uh, 20 आज क्या date है?
Yeah, whatever the date it is, from which date?
From today's midnight to tomorrow's midnight.
Okay, okay. Yes.
Going through your CV, I've seen you are quite consistent in getting top ranks. Does that make you competitive? Positive, negative? You've been all craving for top ranks and since your school times. Does it make you
Surely,
competitive?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it makes me competitive, but I think my competitive edge is
Piyush, can you hear us?
yes, sir.
I think we got
Sir, थोड़ा
disconnected. You
lag
can
हो
you can answer again.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. So I was saying that I think I'm competing with myself, not with anybody else. So it's good to compete with yourself.
Hmm. How will you handle competition in your work environment? There would be different kind of competition where you don't have to prove your excellence in rank, but in work there has to be nothing related to work jealousy or kind of unhealthy competition. How will you keep yourself away
I
from
think I think, ma'am, in company we have to work as a team, not as a competition. I may be good at some part and others may be good at some part. So we have to compete with the market industry, not between us.
You've also mentioned that you're good at analytical skills, but then you have mentioned about efficient planner. A planner
Yes, ma'am.
will always be giving the orders, not executing them. So you want to say you're good at giving the orders, but not executing them once you get the idea of giving an execution.
I have mentioned efficient planner because during my preparation days, I used to manage both my studies and articleship work together. So I don't think there is any problem with my execution.
Okay.
Okay, Piyush, just tell me what is the substantial period in case of borrowing costs?
Uh, Sir, I don't exactly remember the period, but it might be 12 months.
Are you sure related to the substantial period?
No, sir, I'm not sure.
Okay. Just tell me five step models for NDS 115.
Your voice is not clear.
I'm saying that
Hello.
just explain about five-step models for revenue recognized as per NDS 115.
Uh, India's 115 give us five-step revenue model. Step one is identifying the contract between the customer, and step two is identifying the purchase obligations. Step three is determining the transaction price. Step four is allocating the transaction price to the purchase to performance obligations. And step five is recognizing the revenue.
So, and what is the volume-based discount?
So
How you treat
volume
the
based
volume-based
discount
discount?
is so how you treat the volume based discount. Can
Yes.
you please elaborate on that a little?
Like we are going to purchase some material and they are allowed you that you can purchase some extra quantity, then how you treat that particular discount of extra quantity?
Sir, I don't know about this.
Okay.
Piyush, what is difference between break-even point and indifferent point?
Sir, can you repeat? Your voice is cracking.
Piyush, what is difference between break-even point or indifference point?
Sir, break even point is where our uh, total cost is equals to total revenue, while indifference point is used when we evaluate two projects together, two or more projects, to find at which level they will give the same results or similar results.
Okay. Piyush, your articleship experience regarding API audit. So what is
Yes,
API
sir.
audit?
Sir, API stands for American Petroleum Institute. So whenever we used to supply to any oil or natural gas company, we need to have an API monogram. So it is done by the API Institute. So to check our quality standards and our documentation processes.
Okay. Piyush, you have an experience regarding income tax returns. So explain the provision regarding 44 AD.
Um, so 44 AD is for small traders or businessmen, uh, uh, the turnover of which does not exceed 3 crore. There is a recent amendment, turnover of which do not exceed 3 crores. So they basically say if you have a certain turnover, multiply with a certain percentage to calculate your total income and they then pay your tax accordingly on it.
Certain percentage, can you explain?
So certain percentage is 8 percentage if non-cash transactions, if cash transactions, and for non-cash transactions, it is 6%.
And what is the turnover limit for the profession?
Profession, sir, earlier it used to be 50 lakhs, now it is 75 lakhs.
Okay, Piyush.
Piyush, in your articleship, you mentioned GST return filing, data raging as well. So, what is data raging, how it is being done, and what is the benefit of data raging?
So data raging is basically recording of datas to data raging is recording the time period due with the datas, each of the datas, and it is beneficial to know when we can, how much due is there and what is the time period. So we can know whether we have to make provisions or recognize as a bad debt, or we can intimate the other party for the collection as well. So that's the purpose of data raging.
Okay. What you used to do if you find any long age data?
So basically, we used to intimate to our seniors. Then, if they say that you have to mail the concerned party, then we used to mail and set the procedure.
Okay. When data's amount or whatever amount you are asking to them will be considered as bad debt?
Sir, it will not be considered directly as a bad debt. If the other party is declined to pay, then it will be considered as a bad debt, or is not in a position to pay, then we will consider it as a bad debt, or make a provision on the other end. Better to make a provision.
Okay. You have assisted in internal audit as well during your
Yes, sir.
articleship experience. So, who is required to conduct internal audit as per Companies Act?
Internal audit is governed by Section 138. It states internal audit is to be conducted by every listed company, every unlisted public company, if its turnover is 200 crores or more, borrowings is exceeding 100 crore, paid up share capital is 50 crores or more, or deposit outstanding deposits is 25 crores or more. For private companies, it states turnover is 200 crores or more, borrowings are exceeding 100 crores. So they all are required to get in their internal audit.
Okay. Can you explain the difference between internal audit, internal control, and internal check?
Sir, internal control are basically the procedures implemented and maintained by the management uh, to control any discrepancy between the organization, within the organization. Internal check is basically a part of internal control where every work done by a person is checked by another person. And internal audit is checking all over the internal controls and internal check. Internal audit is equals to internal control plus internal check.
Okay. In your opinion, what do you think an organization should go for internal audit, or only statutory audit is enough? Because we need to hire some professionals as well for conducting internal audit. So, in that situation, what do you think? A company should go with statutory audit only, or internal auditor is important? Or if internal audit is important, should we go with the outsider only, or our employee can conduct internal audit?
Sir, I think internal audit is very much necessary because in financial audit, it is stated that the financial auditor is going to check only the internal controls with respect to the financial information. But we need to check all our internal controls. Uh, so internal audit is very much necessary. It can be done by our own employees as well as we can hire a outside party. But it is always considered better that both need to be involved because outsider might not know our all processes. So our employee and both internal auditor, outside internal auditor, both need to get involved to get the better results.
Piyush, as a beginner, what is more important for you, designation or salary? Whereas 10 years hence, what would be more important for you, designation, power, or salary? And why?
As a beginner, more important would be uh, experience, exposure, plus plus salary as well, and designation. All three are important. And 10 years down the line,
As a beginner, you have to choose. You can't have the cake and eat it.
so I would go with minimum industry wages, what are there for the fresher, plus a good exposure.
10 years from now?
10 years from now, I want to be in a leading position for the company where I can contribute more and my contribution will be seen among the organization.
Okay. Thank you very much, Piyush. Okay, we can continue further as well. Yes.
Piyush, what was the toughest decision you had to make in the last 2 to 3 years while pursuing your CMA professional course?
So the toughest decision was to give the both groups because in intermediate, giving both groups was very difficult for me. So for finals, it was the toughest decision, I say.
Okay.
Piyush, as you got the All India rank one, so while you are thinking about the rank, you got AIR 2 in intermediate as well. So, do you think it still creates a pressure on your mind that now you go need to get rank in final as well? So, is this create any pressure upon you while you are already having such a recognition and awards? So, in that case, is this create pressure on your mind?
Yes, sir, it creates pressure, but I would say more than pressure, it gives motivation to do more better, to reach the limits.
Okay, so after achieving All India rank one, so you are the number one only. So in your company, suppose you get the number one position, number one rank. So how will you get motivated in that situation because you are the number one?
Uh, in organization, I would say uh, we are competing in the industry. So till we get top in the industry, like if we say I am in the construction industry, so I would be at the top of the industry, not within the organization.
Where will be the scope for improvement then? You're always at looking at number one. Where is the chance left for improvement?
Uh, like in ma'am costing, we say there is always uh, better opportunities. We can always reduce the cost to a minimum level. So I would say there will still be improvement points for an organization. Even if we are at the top, we will look for cost minimization and we will try to guide our subordinate industries, or we will diversify our portfolio if we are at the top of this, so we can go into another industry as well.
Talking about Piyush, if Piyush always thinks about getting one first rank, top positions and everything, where is the chance of improvement? Well, don't you think it would be an eccentric decision to think about this?
There are always improvement points for every person. So I guess getting only academic records or getting only number one position in work does not make you the number one. You have to do more. Uh, you have to achieve more. We have to achieve more, I guess.
ओके पीयूष, चलिए बात करते हैं अबाउट योर फीडबैक पार्ट।
Yes,
स्टार्ट
sir.
करते हैं। सो अबाउट योर सेल्फ से मैं आपका स्टार्ट करूंगा। अबाउट योर सेल्फ आपका काफ़ी शॉर्ट था। मतलब आप रुक गए, और आपको इसमें आर्टिकलशिप एक्सपीरियंस भी ऐड ऑन करना चाहिए, सो दैट ये थोड़ा लंबा हो। आपका 20 सेकेंड्स और 30 सेकेंड्स में ही अबाउट योर सेल्फ फिनिश हो गया था। इट मे गो अप टू 50 सेकेंड्स टू 1 मिनट, तो वो भी ओके रहेगा। तो इसमें थोड़ा सा और इसको बड़ा करिए, और यू कैन ऐड सम ऑफ योर क्वालिटीज एज वेल, दैट यू आर हार्ड वर्कर एंड ड्यू टू योर हार्ड वर्क यू गेट द रैंक। सो उस रैंक को हाईलाइट अबाउट योर सेल्फ में ही आप करेंगे तो इट विल बी बेटर फॉर यू एज वेल। तो किसी भी तरीके से उसको अपनी क्वालिटी के साथ ऐड ऑन करके उसको हाईलाइट करना है। देन उसके बाद में परपेचुअल इन्वेंट्री और पीरियोडिक इन्वेंट्री में आपको मैंने पूछा था, तो परपेचुअल तो आपने बता दिया था क्योंकि वो तो क्लास में भी डिस्कस था, बट पीरियोडिक वाला नहीं था। पीरियोडिक मीन्स क्या होता है? टाइम टू टाइम बेसिस पर इन्वेंट्री। पीरियड जो परपेचुअल है उसमें रियल टाइम होता है, पीरियोडिक में एक टाइम होता है, 7 डेज, 15 डेज, 1 मंथ, 2 मंथ, वट एवर द टाइम। तो एक ये टाइम पीरियड वाइज हो गया, तो इसको बोलते हैं पीरियोडिक इन्वेंट्री सिस्टम। तो ये सेकंड चीज थी। आ जाओ सर। और सर ने सब्सटेंशियल पीरियड का पूछा था, वो सर अभी बता देंगे। अब जब भी मैं आपके कोई भी आंसर देख रहा हूँ, उसमें जो एंडिंग है ना, वो मुझे वो नहीं लग रही है कि ठीक से हो रही है। मीन्स आप आपका आंसर बोलते हैं और सडनली रुक जाते हैं, ऐसा पता भी नहीं चलता हमको आप रुक गए हैं या अटक गए हैं। सो यू नीड टू से या दैट्स इट, और थोड़ा सा लॉन्ग करो अपने आंसर्स को। आपके आंसर बहुत ज़्यादा शॉर्ट है, किसी के बहुत ज़्यादा लॉन्ग होते हैं, आपके बहुत ज़्यादा शॉर्ट हो रहे हैं। तो इसको थोड़ा सा इलेबोरेटिव ज़्यादा करिए, ताकि अगले को लगे कि हाँ उसने कुछ पूछा है, तो टाइम दे करके आपने उस पर एक्सप्लेन करने के एफर्ट करे हैं। या फिर आपको लगता है तो इतना ही है, तो आप कुछ एग्जाम्पल के आउट कर दीजिए उस सिचुएशन में, तो वो आप कर सकते हैं। एंड उसके बाद वॉल्यूम बेस्ड डिस्काउंट तो बहुत ही ईजी सा था। जब आप ज़्यादा खरीदेंगे तो ज़्यादा डिस्काउंट मिलेगा, इसको वॉल्यूम बेस्ड डिस्काउंट बोलते हैं। और क्या है, तो ज़्यादा ऑर्डर करेंगे, जो ट्रेड डिस्काउंट की तरह ही होता है। इट्स लाइक, सो आप 100 kg ले रहे हैं, 500 ले लो तो और डिस्काउंट मिलेगा। तो ये 44 AD का आंसर आपने गलत बताया, 3 करोड़ नहीं है वो, अभी भी 2 करोड़ है। 3 करोड़ तो वो है जिनका 95% या उससे ज़्यादा की रिसिप्ट पेमेंट जो है वो अदर देन कैश में हो रहे हैं। उन लोगों के लिए जो ऑडिट में पॉइंट था, सेम
अच्छा,
इसमें भी वो पॉइंट आ गया। तो इट इज स्टिल 2 करोड़। 3 करोड़ तो
अच्छा।
कुछ स्पेसिफिक केसेस में है। डेटा रेजिंग को जब आपने सुना, तो आपके जो बोल सकते हैं कि आपका जो एक्सप्लेनेशन था या आपके एक्सप्रेशंस थे, वो थोड़े ऐसे प्रॉमिसिंग नहीं लगे जो आपने सुना। तो देन यू स्टार्टेड, तो किसी भी क्वेश्चन पर आपको वो एक्सप्रेशन नहीं देने, मतलब आप ऐसे मन में सोच रहे थे ये क्वेश्चन कहाँ से आ गया, नहीं आना चाहिए था, ऐसा कुछ। तो और उसको आपने प्रॉपरली उतना एक्सप्लेन भी नहीं करा, जिसमें एक डेज वाइज होता है, 0 to 90 डेज, 90 to 180 डेज, ऐसे करते थे। देन उसके बाद में एनालिसिस करते थे। देन कोई लॉन्ग एज डेटर मिलता था तो वी यूज टू टेक एक्शन एंड ऑल, सो दैट वर्किंग कैपिटल का फ्लो हमारी कंपनी में अच्छा रहे। तो इसको और थोड़ा बेटर कर सकते थे। इंटरनल ऑडिट वाला सही था आपका आंसर, उसमें कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी।
Be a little humble while answering, right? Show some gratitude, right? Be grateful for everything. So that should be shown in your words as well, right? That's it.
पीयूष, सबसे पहले बात करते हैं हम लोग सब्सटेंशियल पीरियड के लिए। जैसे आपने मुझे बताया 12 मंथ्स, राइट, 12 मंथ्स है। बट वहां पे जब हम लोग प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट और क्वेश्चंस के पार्ट में जाते हैं तो वहां पे हमें बताया गया है कि 12 मंथ से ज्यादा हमें एग्जामिनेशन पर्पस के लिए नहीं लेना है। बट जो भी क्वालिफाइंग एसेट्स हैं, जितनी उसकी लिमिट होगी, उसके पहले वाला जो भी पीरियड होता है वो पूरा का पूरा क्या कहलाता है? सब्सटेंशियल पीरियड कहलाता है, राइट। और अगर मैं बात कर रहा हूँ वॉल्यूम बेस्ड डिस्काउंट की, जैसे सर ने आपको बताया कि जितनी भी क्वांटिटी आपको दी जा रही है उसके अकॉर्डिंग, एंड जब उसकी अपन रिकॉर्डिंग करेंगे तो रिकॉर्डिंग के अंदर स्टैंड अलोन प्राइस के प्रपोर्शन के अंदर हम उसको क्या करते हैं? रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, राइट।
पीयूष, एक 44 ईडी को लेकर के आपका एक गलत जवाब था जो आपको पता लग गया। बाकी के जवाब जो मैंने आपसे पूछे थे वो सब सही जवाब आपने दिए हैं। ठीक है।
ओके, ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट पीयूष। होपफुली आपको जो चाहते हो PSU वो मिले। ऑल द बेस्ट।
सर अब की बार तो PSU नहीं है, एक ही है बस।
चलो एक है तो आप तो बोल ही रहे थे, मेरे लिए तो एक ही काफी
मतलब
है।
थोड़ी मतलब महारत में होती तो थोड़ा बेटर रहता।
चलो कोई ना, जो है अच्छा है, क्या पता कल परसों में और आ जाए, कह नहीं सकते।
हाँ।
चलिए ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय बाय।
थैंक यू सर।